Hi, Nancy, and whoever else is here. Nancy, I'm glad you're here. Let me show you something. Okay, so I have a new suggestion. You know, Nancy, you know how we use Skechers and both of us have hip replacements? And so we use Skechers, and of course, when you have any issues with joints, it's so important to be comfortable. So I have new shoes, Nancy, that I'd love to tell you about because I just bought 3 pair yesterday. So they're called Hokas, Hoka, and you see all that cushion, all that marshmallow cushion. It's like the Skechers. These are designed for running. They're more expensive. And anyway, they're unbelievable. I walk with them, and usually the heels, you could feel the joints. You could feel it in your joints, or I can feel it in my joints anyway. I don't know if everybody can. So it is really, they're really amazing. Hoka, Hoka. So look into them. They're kind of expensive. They're over $100 per pair. But I really think that spending money on good shoes is so important for joint health. And I mean, our joints are everything when it comes to our physical body and pain. Well, I don't know if they're everything, but they're a lot, if not everything. Hi, Lynn, how are you? I just bought 3 more tomato plants, so now I'm up to 33, which may sound excessive. Maybe it's not 33, maybe it's 23. But I do plan to share them. So anyway, it's just a fun thing to do. Hi, Stevie, good morning. All right, Vi. Oh, good morning. Yes, Vi, they're amazing. Hoka, Hoka. I cannot say enough good things about them. Good morning, Dina. These shoes are unbelievable. So anyway, I just cannot. I was on a walk this morning and I was just amazed at feeling like not feeling the pressure in my joints the way I usually do. And so anyway, I just love them. And so I know it's crazy, but I bought 3 more pairs yesterday for those of you that did not hear that. And I usually like Skechers. I like to walk on marshmallows, but I also understand how important it is to have healthy joints. And for most of us, that's an issue. So anyway, look into them. They're all different colors. So anyway, all right, perfect. So do any of you have anything in particular that is bothering you this week that you'd like to focus on? Or am I free to roam? Free to roam. Sounds good, right? Well, I know who's here, and I'm visualizing where the issues are in each person's body. I'm noticing that I'm a little sticky, which is crazy. The internet connection, they're redoing our whole line, so hopefully it's going to be good soon. Low back. Okay, Nancy. Thank you. All right. Well, we are going to begin. And because I see who's here, lower back. Okay. Yeah, you did gardening. So gardening is great and so therapeutic. And then we have to deal with the physical aspects of that, right? I know the days that I go crazy, I feel it a lot the next day. So, all right, perfect. Well, let's definitely move the joints, work on some functionality. For today's practice, let's see. All right. So for the practice today, I'd like to focus on moving our joints, keeping our body nice and limber, stretching our tissue. So a beautiful movement practice, I'm going to say for healthy aging, so that we think about keeping this body as fluid and mobile as possible, getting that movement in the joints, which is going to create that nice fluid release of synovial fluid to keep the joints moist. If you could get 2 blocks, I would like you to see if you have 2 blocks. And if you don't have 2 blocks, maybe 2 pillows from your sofa, especially for one of the actions we're going to do. We're really going to move the body, move the joints. And for some of those movements, it's better to have some props to help with that action. And it's also, I'd like us to begin also elevating our legs on blocks or pillows. So a little bit of an elevation of the lower body to help to support the heart and to bring the fluids up to the heart. So it really helps to bring blood back up, and even lymph, because that's the only way lymph moves is through movement if we do something ourselves or pressure. And a strap of some sort will stretch our tissue today, getting a little extra with this strap. And so with these blocks or pillows, I'd like to see how they are if you place your lower leg, so behind the knee joint, or even the ankles. So we'll come down onto the ground and we'll see what feels best for you, and if at all, if even that does feel good for you. So for some, it may not even feel good to do that. So let's come down onto the ground. Bring yourself down onto the ground, and then let's explore. Go slow, let your body move in whatever way feels nice. See what it's like to have some support, and try underneath the knee, try a little lower in the leg like this, support the calf, and see if any of these feel good for you. And if none of them do, you could do nothing. Have your head supported by the blanket and your back supported by the ground. Grounding our energy, bringing ourselves onto the ground helps to give a signal to your nervous system that you felt that the coast was clear enough that you would come onto the ground and lie down. And then get your back so that it's in a nice arranged position as well. So sliding the shoulder blades closer to the spine. Lift your head up, lengthen the back neck. Chin and the nose are straight up towards the sky. Just closing the eyes, playing with this and settling into what feels comfortable for you. Maybe try to put the blocks or pillows a little farther away. See if that feels better. And with the eyes closed, moving in a place of feeling, so you could feel your way into comfort. And then once you get to a place that feels just right, like Goldilocks, moving from one bed to the next to decide which bed is just right, or from one bowl of porridge to the next to decide which bowl of porridge is just right. Let your hands rest on your belly at first. We don't give our natural intelligence of our nervous system as much credit as we need to. And there's an intricate aspect of our body always looking to see if the coast is clear. It's always on high alert to make sure that everything around you is safe. And it's been developed, your nervous system has been developed through every grandmother and grandfather that came before you, and every life situation that they experienced before you. So we are here today with that level of protection and safety. And if you ever are around horses, horses are great teachers about the nervous system and about looking out for safety or for danger, because they are prey animals, right? They don't kill anything. They are prey animals. They are the ones that will be killed by something. So their ears and their senses are always looking around to make sure the coast is clear. And it's not very common for them to lie down because of needing to get away. So when they do finally go onto the ground, either they feel super, super safe, or if you're a horse owner, you're worried that something is happening. So we have that intricacy in us as well, always looking for safety. So the fact that you're here on the ground, that you took your time to dig your paws in and get yourself into a place of comfort, that actually sets your nervous system into a zone of, okay, she thinks that the coast is clear, so I'm okay. So the flatter we lie down, that's part of that signaling of safety. Now let's take this a little deeper and let's go into our body, into the place of feeling. So we're going to move in our brain now from one location to the next. Kind of like going in a house from one room to the next. Let's go to the kitchen, which is like the heart of the home, right? Where we nourish our bodies. Let your mouth be closed, breathing in and out through your nose. Hands are on your belly. Begin to connect to your breath and notice your breath. Bring your breath into your awareness as you come into the prefrontal cortical part of your brain. The part of your brain where you can manage your emotions instead of letting them manage you. Feel your belly rise. Feel your hands move. Feel your belly rise. Feel it pressing into your hands. Notice if you're able to detect any digestive sounds or digestive movement in your body. There's 22 feet of intestines. So if you were on a second story building and you were holding that one end of your intestines, they would be dragging on the floor. That's how many feet of intestines are wrapped in your belly. All that surface area is lined with nervous system cells. So that when you're in a place of relaxation, the signal to the gut is, okay, go ahead, digest that food, absorb that food, and bring all that nutrition into your body. When you're stressed or in your head, worried or emotional, the signal to the nervous system is, or to the gut is, no, it's not time to digest, absorb, assimilate. It is time to flee and get out of here. So we don't have time for digestion. So let's do a little digestive support breath here. Hands are on the belly. Let your body be heavy. Let your mind be focused on your breath. So yesterday is in yesterday, tomorrow's in tomorrow. And today in this moment is in your belly. Feeling the belly pressing into your hands on the inhale. Moving away from your hands on the exhale. Follow the breath in the nostrils.
And see if you could tell, is the left nostril more active or is the right nostril more active? Bring your awareness to your left nostril. And as you breathe in, try to bring in most of the breath with your left nostril. And let most of the breath leave your body through your left nostril. If you'd like, let your left side body breathe in the breath, the nostril and the entire left side of your body, the left foot, leg, half of the torso, half of the head, and the left arm breathes in and breathes out. Bring your awareness to your left soul. As you breathe in through your left soul all the way up to the crown of the head. And as you breathe out, breathe down from the crown of the head, down the left side of your body, out of the left soul. Bring your awareness back to the left nostril. Breathe in and out for 3 breaths. In the left nostril and out the left nostril. Bring your awareness to your right nostril. Begin to direct the breath to the right nostril. Notice if this nostril feels more open, more flowing. And try as much as you can to get the breath to move in and out of the right nostril. Turning your eyeballs in that direction can be helpful as well, even with the eyes closed. Directing all your awareness to the right nostril. And your awareness to your right side body. Breathing in your right side body. Feel any part of your right side take it in the breath and letting the breath go. Hands are on the belly. If at any time the low back or any part of the body bothers you, you can come into bent knees, feet flat on the floor, or switch your position in any way you need. And even try to let go of holding your body. Let go, let it be heavy. Right side nostril breathing. Right side body breathing. Start to bring the breath in through your right sole of your foot. Through the right foot all the way up to the crown of the head. Let the breath come in the sole, all the way up the right side of the body, up the crown of the head, out of the crown of the head. And on your exhale, let the breath come in the crown of the head, all the way down to your foot, out the sole, on the right side of your body. Take 5 breaths like that. Up the right side of the body from the sole to the crown, out, crown all the way down to the sole of the foot. 5 breaths. Finishing that 5th breath. Bring the breath back to both hands that are on your belly and both nostrils. Finish 3 long, slow, deep breaths down to your belly, both nostrils. Fully breathe deeply. Finishing that last breath, give the breath back to your body. Bring your awareness to your belly, to the 22 feet of intestines. See if you could hear or feel digestion taking place. Your awareness to your fingers and your toes as you begin to bring movement into your body. Bend one knee, put the foot on the floor. Bend the other knee, put the foot on the floor. Then whatever prop was underneath your knees, walk your feet closer. Lift the left leg off the floor and grab the kneecap with your left hand. So you're holding on to the kneecap. The thumb is on the inside. The fingers are pointing down to the toe, and the pinky finger is towards this left side. You're holding on to your left knee. Then bring your right arm out to the side. Palm is up. Left arm is straight. Inhale. Up towards your left armpit. And let it press up against your belly. Inhale to straighten the arm slowly. Exhale to draw the left knee in towards your chest, up towards your armpit. Inhale to straighten that arm, moving the leg away from your body. Exhale in. Inhale away. Last one. Exhale in. Inhale away. And let your leg go down onto the ground. Let's take your right hand, hold on to your right knee, draw that knee in. Take your left arm out to the side, palm is up. Relax, so hold on to the leg with your hand and let the leg lifting itself up relax. Thumb is on the inside, pinky's on the outside. You're not reaching from the side to grab your leg. You're reaching from straight to grab your leg. Inhale. And then exhale, draw that knee straight in towards the chest, towards the armpit. Inhale to straighten that leg. Exhale to draw it in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, draw that knee towards the armpit. Inhale. One more, exhale, draw the knee in. Bring the leg back. Let's bring the left knee up. Take hold of the left knee. Now you're holding both legs. Let your arms do all the work. So you may even feel a little tension here in your arms. Hold onto your knees strongly. So spread your hands as wide as you can. Even squeeze the knees, the top of the knees. You're holding onto your knees. Inhale. As you exhale, draw both knees slowly in towards your chest. Feel that low back press up against the floor. Knees come towards your chest. Inhale, slowly straighten your arms. Exhale, draw your knees into your chest. Inhale, straighten your arms. 3 more like this. Go slow. Close your eyes. This is supportive for digestion. Exhale to draw the knees in. One more. Let's take your legs from the in position, draw them in. Unbend the knees, let the feet go up towards the sky. So your knees are either above the low ribs or a little higher towards the heart, and your legs are resting in this position. So the posture we just did is called Apanasana, knees to chest. It has the aspects of digestion because it digests. It helps to press against the belly, compressing the belly, and which is going to physically help with digestion. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. Now, some of you don't have knees that like to bend very well. So if you don't have knees that like to bend very well, I want you to reach underneath your hamstrings and grab a hold of the opposite wrist if you can, and bring your head up in between your knees. Or if your knees are okay bending, I'd like you to reach up and try to hold on to your elbows
If you can, draw your nose between your knees, chin towards your chest, rock side to side. You're in a little ball. Breathe deeply down to your belly. And then bring yourself down. Put your feet on the floor. You could put your hands on your belly if you'd like. Take a couple of breaths here. So the first posture we did, and then that held position of the posture, physically supported for digestion, compressing the belly. So it compresses the organs, moves the stuff out of the organs, compresses the 22 feet of intestines to help move stuff through the system. And it also helps us digest our emotional stuff that we consume. So it's really great on a deeper emotional layer as well. This is some of what is used when we want to work with our trauma. I'll use that word trauma, even though I don't really like that word. I know that that's the word that's used these days. So the stuff from your grandparents that's a part of your life now, the stuff that we bring with us, our emotional suitcase and baggage that we need to release because yesterday, tomorrow, and all that stuff is gone. None of that stuff is real, but right now. So we're going to be right here, right now. Let's take your hand, make a fist with your hand, or actually use your fingers. Use your fingers. Come to where your belly is, to where your belly button is. And I want you to start making circular patterns like a clock. So you start where your belly is. You decide how much you want to push down into your belly. Okay. The stronger you push, the more strongly you push, the more stuff you move. Yes, physical stuff in our body, but also other stuff. So you have to go at what your pace is, right? Because we have to digest. So the word digest does not just mean food, it means stuff, emotions and things and stress that's in our body and our joints, cobwebs, stickiness, lack of mobility, all the stuff we deal with. So move around in circles. Now go bigger so that you go underneath your ribs. When you come to your ribs, go underneath your ribs. That's where muscles are attaching with tendons. Go down the side, down lower, below the belly button, near the lower part of your body, up the right side, across. Now, if you have any digestive issues, come to the right side, right where the right part of your body is. Right part of your body where your hip bone is, right on the inside of that hip bone. Take your fingers there and draw your fingers up to your lower ribs. That's your ascending colon. Now take your hands straight across the lower ribs to the left side. That's your transverse colon. Now go down the left side with your fingers to your descending colon. Okay? Do a couple big circles. It could be pressing down, or it could be like, who's the bear that does yummy, yummy for my tumbly, tumbly when he's eating honey? Is that Winnie the Pooh? So this could be our little Winnie the Pooh move here. Take your hand around your tummy. This is very soothing. Soothing on so many layers, our emotional layer, our mental layer, our physical layer, our physiological biochemical layer, and then go ahead and stop. That's enough for now because this can actually stir up the honey pot a little bit much for a lot of us. So if you do notice that some things are stirring up, I want you to remind yourself that you're safe, that you're in this moment right here, that you are perfect, you have enough, you are enough, and you are safe. So let's close our eyes. Hands are on your belly. I'd like you to repeat the words to yourself. I am safe. I'd like you to repeat the next words. I have enough. I have enough. I have enough. And this last one sometimes can bring tears to your eyes depending on where you are in everything. I am enough. I am enough. Let that go to your tummy.
Let it go to your 22 feet of intestines. I am enough. Digest that I am enough into every single cell of your body. As if those words could come into your stomach, be digested by the juices, be uptaken in your gut, into your liver. Liver delivers it to the circulatory system. Circulatory system delivers it to every single cell in your body. I am enough. Perfect just as I am. Let's take our hands out to the sides, palms are up towards the sky, soles of the feet are on the floor. Let's begin by moving our body. So some of that digestive stuff we did, digesting emotions, digesting physical stuff, mental stuff, physiological stuff, right? All of that. Sometimes that's what the low back needs. Sometimes our low back discomfort is just what we need. Just what we did is just what it needed. And maybe it needs a little more. So let's start moving our physical body to release that tension that comes into the low back. We're going to begin by adding rotation. So the lower body is going to move in a different movement pattern than the upper body. So your hands come out to the side, the palms are up towards the sky. You could take your arms straight if that feels appropriate for you. You could let your arms go a little higher to start doing some postural correction if your shoulders will let you. Find whatever feels a gentle stretch or a little bit more than gentle stretch. So maybe arms need to raise up, maybe arms need to bend, maybe arms need to be down to the side, out to the side, maybe they need to be lower, and you'll explore whatever is okay for you and your body. Keep the soles of the feet on the floor, the soles of your feet. Think about your soles, S-O-L-E-S, and then think about your soul, S-O-U-L, in your soles, connected to the earth's energy. Inhale, let your knees move towards one side. The soles of the feet are connected to the earth. Keep them there. Don't let them roll over. So you're barely moving your knees side to side. Inhale to the side, exhale back to center. Inhale to the opposite side, exhale back to center. Slower movements, deeper work, more advanced yoga practice. Because yoga means connection, mind, body, soul. Slower you go, the more deeper the work is you're doing. Inhale to the side, exhale back to center. Inhale to the other side, exhale back to center. Close your eyes and notice if you have more tightness in one front of the hip joint area or one lower waist area. Maybe you notice that, maybe not. And then bring yourself back to center. Now I'd like you to go a little bit bigger. Now the soles of the feet roll off the floor. Your legs go farther to the side. You go onto the pinky toe edge of one foot, big toe edge of the other. And exhale, push your belly button back towards the center to come back up. Inhale, let your knees go in the opposite direction. Exhale, press your belly towards the center to come back up. Match breath with movement. Only inhale. Only let your legs go on the entire inhale, and the exhales back to center. Let the head join the party. The next time your legs go to the left, let the head go to the right. Exhale, push your belly button back towards your spine. The next time the legs go to the right, let the head roll to the left. Start to unwind tension in your body slowly from the inside out. Finishing up this direction that you're on, bring yourself back to center. Let's let the legs go wide. Take them off the mat. Notice how that feels for you. How does your body feel when you have your legs a little more spread? Does that feel, or is there tension on the inner thigh area? These muscles attach to the pelvis and they can have an effect on the low back. So noticing what you notice here, let your legs move side to side, letting the soles of the feet come off the floor. You could let your head go the opposite direction if you'd like. Make sure to exhale, push your belly button back towards your spine. So there's core activation to help bring the legs back up to center. Next time you come to the right side, let your legs stay there. And then let them go. Let the heaviness of the legs go. Lift your left hand off the floor and flex the wrist so you're reaching the left hand away from you. Arm is straight. Feel a stretch on the tissue of the left arm. Stretch that entire left side body. On your next exhale, push your belly button to your spine to come back to center. Let's go to the other side. Let your knees go to the left. Relax when you come into that position and then activate that left leg over to the side, and the right arm reaches away from you and that right side stretches. Breathe down to your belly. Feel the breath. Deepen the stretch. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back to center. Let's take the feet back to the center. Take the left leg straight and draw the right knee in. Hold on to the right leg so you let the right leg go. The holding of the muscles of the right leg soften. Your left leg is straight, your right leg is in. And then draw that right leg in deeply. So keep pulling it towards your chest so you feel stretching somewhere. See if we can release tension in the body. 800 muscles. So let's see how many we can soften with each exhale. Each exhalation is the opportunity to release held muscular tension on the little guys, the little muscles, the stabilizers that are on the joints. So we create more space in our joints. Then let's take our right hand onto our kneecap and roll this right leg around in the socket. Take your left hand, put your left palm on top of your left hip bone so you keep your pelvis stable. As you roll this leg around in the socket, try to let the leg be heavy, stirring up secretion, synovial fluid in your right hip joint. Maybe you even feel that left hip stretching as you move that right leg out. Go in the opposite direction. You're holding on to that knee. Open up your hand really big. So it's your hand that's moving the leg around, trying to soften the muscles that attach the leg to the body. And then let's go ahead and bring that knee onto the ground. Take that knee, open up that knee out to the side, and bring the leg back up. Your left hand is on your left hip. You can put your right hand out to the side if you like. Leg opens out to the side. Hopefully you feel some kind of inner thigh stretch, maybe even something in the back of the body. The external rotators that are in the middle of the glutes get involved here. And then take the left leg straight so that the left foot is in a flex position, left heel touches the ground. Left hand is on the ground, the palm faces the body, and the thumb is up towards the sky. Let's inhale. As you inhale, bring the left hand up, reach the left hand away from you, and slide the left leg long. So you're stretching the heck out of your left side. That's your inhale. Exhale, bring your hand down. Inhale, lengthen that left leg away from you, lengthen that left hand above you. Exhale to come back. Last one, inhale to lengthen, stay here. Exhale, stay here, soften the left side. On the inhale, slide the left foot away from you and slide the left hand away from you up above you. Stretch your left side. And then exhale to bring your hand back. Let's switch sides. So you're going to straighten your right leg. Draw the left knee in. Hold on to the left leg with both hands and draw that leg in as deeply as you can towards your chest. Breathe deep down to your belly. Each exhalation is an opportunity for releasing and letting go. You don't have to label what it is you're letting go. Just see each exhalation as an opportunity to let go, to let down, to release, to get rid of. One more breath. Now you're going to hold on to that left kneecap. Take that right hand on top of that right hip bone. And you're going to use the left hand to manipulate the left leg, letting that left leg go around in a circular pattern. You're moving that leg around. So let the leg be limp. Passive stretching. And let's go in the opposite direction. Help to stabilize that right side so that when your leg goes pretty wide, you may feel some stretching in the pelvis on the right side, helping to correct some of the asymmetry that comes into our pelvis, another aspect of low back issues. Then go ahead, come back to neutral, put that left foot onto the floor, and then inhale to open the left foot to the side, feel the stretch on the inner thigh, and then bring your leg back up. Inhale. We spend most of our day using our bigger muscles. And this is an opportunity to use the stabilizing muscles that are in the joints and to release tension that may be held, to allow for a proper function of these joints, and giving each muscle an opportunity to contract and release and relax so they could do their job. Bringing yourself back up. Let's do that lengthening. This lengthening action that we're doing is asymmetrical. It's one side at a time. And the psoas muscle connects to the lower back, all 5 muscles. Then it connects to a muscle in the pelvis and then into the inner leg bone. So when we stretch our body on this side, we're lengthening our whole side and lengthening that psoas. Palm faces your body, thumb is up towards the sky. Take an exhale. Inhale, stretch your right leg away from you, reach your right hand overhead, stretch your right side body as much as you can. Exhale to come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, slide that right foot away from you, reach the right hand overhead, stay here. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Slide that right foot away, slide that right hand away, and then exhale to bring yourself back to neutral. Bend that right knee. Draw the knees in. Draw the knees in and rock back and forth so you feel the top of your pelvis getting a nice massage. Let's put our feet on the floor. Let's come into a core. So bring a block or something that you could put between your legs to help stabilize the pelvis here. We're going to work on the core muscles. The core muscles are from the back of the body all the way around the side to the front. We have a top and a bottom. So let's see this as a cylinder. Think about an aluminum can. And when you squeeze the aluminum can into the center, you make an hourglass shape. So I'd like you to really see that strong inward movement of the side of the body. And then the top of the can and the bottom of the can will move towards each other. So we're going into an hourglass shape with the top and the bottom going towards each other. Okay, so I want you to visualize that. Take your hands behind your head, elbows are out to the side. Let's inhale. As you exhale, chin comes to the chest, elbows come towards each other. Flatten the low back into the floor. Squeeze your block, lift yourself up. Tailbone points up towards the wall away from you, and the crown of the head points up towards the ceiling, and the low back flattens into the floor on the inhale. Exhale, on the exhale. That's the exhale to be all the way up. That's on the exhale. And then you inhale to lower. Tushy stays on the floor, but the low back moves away from the floor. Push your elbows into the floor. Exhale to rise. Contract your core. Hourglass shape, top and bottom move towards each other. Low back flattens. Inhale to lower. Press the arms into the floor at the end. The tailbone presses into the floor. Exhale to rise. Full spinal extension and flexion. Moving the joints of the spine, getting those fluids to squeeze and compress, and allowing the muscles of the belly to stretch and the back. Bring yourself down. Squeeze the block, lift yourself up, let your elbows be out to the side, the nose points up towards the sky, hourglass shaped tummy, lower part comes towards the belly, underneath the ribs moves down towards the center, and then inhale to lower. Exhale, contract your core like an hourglass towards the center, inhale to lower. Exhale, activate the core. Inhale to lower. One more. Exhale. Stay here. Stay here. Let your low back be away from the floor. Let your tushy be in the floor. Lower ribs are touching. Tushy is touching. Low back is not touching. Isometrically strengthen your core here. Draw the waist in. Low ribs move towards the spine. Pelvic floor lifts up towards the middle of the body. Inhale to lower. Let's strengthen the rotational aspect of the body. Keep the left elbow in the floor. Inhale. As you exhale, lift up. Let the right elbow move over towards the left knee. Left elbow stays on the floor. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Right elbow stays in the ground. Left elbow over towards the right knee. Squeeze the block. Inhale to lower. Exhale, squeeze the block, lift up and rotate. Inhale to lower. Keep moving, breath and movement. Make it be fluid. Don't jerk yourself up. It's not about how high you go. It's about how fluid you move, how well you're able to contract the core muscles to support the spine when you lift it away from the floor. Work on stabilizing, on supporting. Begin by squeezing the block. One more to each side. Squeeze that block. Bring yourself back to center. Take the block out to the side. Draw your knees into your chest. Let's come into a happy baby. So that the soles of the feet go up towards the sky. You may need to hold underneath your thighs, or if you have a lot of flexibility, you could hold on to your big toe. So the two fingers go in between big toe and second toe, and the thumb presses onto the big toenail. And you draw your legs down towards the ground. Feel the back pressing into the floor a lot. Or some of you may be able to grab your feet. Legs are spread pretty wide here. So have your legs really wide. Breathe down to your belly. And then let's come out of that. Let's roll onto our tummies. Come onto your tummy. We're gonna relax that lumbar spine. So I want you to come onto your tummy, and then I want you to take your arms out to the side, so your elbows out to the side and they're forward. You're gonna take your hands and you're gonna cradle your jaw with the heel of your hand. So hold your head. Maybe the hands touch underneath the chin, maybe not, but I want you to hold your head here. This helps to reset the lumbar spine, the low back. And then take deep breaths down to your belly, so you feel your belly trying to push into the floor. One more breath. And then come up onto Sphinx pose. Take your elbows directly underneath your shoulders, not out to the side. It's better to have the hands flat on the floor. Elbows are underneath your hands. And then take your legs really wide here. And then let your head look over one shoulder from side to side. Doesn't matter how far back you see. Don't come into a place of tension. Reaching back, try to look, see if you can see over your foot. Stretching some of the abdominal muscles, back muscles, upper back and neck. And then holding the head up like this in this position strengthens the muscles that help to support the head on top of the body. And then bring yourself back to center. Let's roll onto our side. And we're going to bring ourselves from here up. So we're going to stretch our psoas, which is another muscle that attaches to the back. A real main culprit in a lot of ways of back issues. So let's come onto all fours. Coming onto all fours, of course, if you need to modify your wrists, you could roll up the edge of the blanket or mat or whatever it is you have or need to do. Take your hands pretty wide, your knees are pretty wide. Let's come into spinal undulation. Walk your hands forward so you have a lot of range of motion here. Let's inhale to come into our cow position and exhale to come into cat. Now, if you have osteoporosis, you don't want to do this position. You don't want to round your spine. But the other one is perfect to do. So I need to put that counter indication out there if you have osteoporosis. Close your eyes, feel your body stretch, especially low back and belly. So make sure your pelvis is moving a lot. Bring your awareness to your tailbone. Imagine you're trying to draw a line up and down the back wall that's as long of a line as you can make with your tailbone. Really move your pelvis. Make most of the movement be in the pelvis. One more movement in each direction. Really stretch your body glove. And then bring yourself into a puppy dog position. So the arms are forward and wide, walk them away from you, and bring your forehead to touch the floor. Keep your tushy up in the air. The tushy's not on the heels. Breathe down to your belly. One more. And then bring yourself up. Let's go ahead and get our blocks. So 2 blocks, bring your left leg forward, bring your blocks forward. So your blocks are forward. We're gonna move back and forth here. So bring your left toes are pointing forward, your blocks are forward. Try to keep your spine as neutral as you can here as you move back and forth, doing hip extension and even some knee extension on the left side. So going between hip flexor on one side and then coming into hamstring on the other. Keep your head up, keep your throat open. So this is better to do with blocks so you have an elevation. It can be done on the ground depending on what your range of motion is. So depending on how, what your flexibility is, where you are in your body. And then I'd like you to come forward and stay forward. So you could stay here. That could be a good place for you. Or you can add a rotation, which is a little bit more. So if you'd like to add the rotation, your body is forward, your back leg is straight, your right leg is straight coming off of your hip. Your right hip is not bent. Then bring your hands together and rotate over your left leg. Put your right elbow on the outside of the left leg. Take your hands together. Let your body weight really go forward into that left leg. And then breathe down to your belly. Nice long spine here. Pulling a little bit more on the muscles of the low belly area. Stretching the spine. Stretching where the leg attaches to the body. Creating some release and some space there. This can be good for low back health. One more. And then bring yourself forward. We're going to go to the other side. So you can stay where you are. Go ahead and bring your right leg forward. Hands are on the block, and you're going to inhale to come forward. Exhale, let your tushy go back. Make sure your right toes are pointing forward. Go slow as you move through stretching your tissues. You may even experience this all the way down to your ankle, all the way down to your foot, especially when you bring yourself back and you get that front leg closer to a straight position. Last one, forward and backward, and then you're going to bring yourself forward, stay here. The weight of the body is putting a lot of extra stretch into the tissues, and when we stretch, not only do we release the pull that can be compressing and giving us some joint pain, we also move stuff around and we can help disseminate some of the inflammation that's in our joints. All right, I hope that's the right usage of that word. If you'd like to add the rotation, hands come together, move to the side, take your elbow onto the outside of your leg, put your hands together. So the practice of yoga is to be in this present moment, to connect into your body. Bringing your mind to the present moment, bringing your mind into your body. And moving away from the place that controls us and makes us sick. Lengthen your spine, nice long spine from your tailbone. As you push your legs into the ground, you push your hands into each other. Feel that length in your spine as you twist, twist, twist.
Breathe down to your belly. Take one more breath to feel a super big twist and stretch. And then bring yourself back to center, bring yourself up. We're gonna do a turtle stretch. So to do the turtle stretch, you bring your soles of your feet together, your hands come forward and then underneath your legs and out to the side. So you could have your legs spread apart, or you could have the soles of your feet together. The goal here is to find length in your spine. So press your tailbone into the ground and lift your head up nice and long. Push your hands into the ground and the arm bones compress into the legs to help lengthen the spine, finding length in the spine. You could even bring your hands forward to touch your feet and then add a little bit more flexion with length. So you're not trying to get your head to your toes. You're trying to be as long as you can. Lots of stretch here in that posterior hip or that center tushy cheek area. Breathe towards your belly, breathe towards your low back. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself up. We're going to get our strap. So you could sit in a crisscross leg position or whatever feels comfortable for you. Getting your strap, like to take your strap overhead and do a little side to side action. And when the arm goes up in the air, really let those lower ribs move away from the back of the top of the pelvis. And then come all the way up to center. See if you can let your arms go behind you to stretch the chest. Push your heart forward. So feel like you're in the back of your body where your shoulder blades are, and you're gently pushing your chest forward. And then go ahead and draw the strap down more, even if you want to or need to bend the elbows. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other. And then let's go ahead and bring yourself out of that. Take your head side to side. Let it be the ear that reaches straight up towards the sky. The ear is going up towards the sky as you laterally flex the neck. Maybe you hear crunchy stuff happening. And then take your teeth together. Inhale. Exhale, chin goes straight down towards the chest. Feel the back of the neck, the upper back stretch. Inhale, teeth are together, up. Exhale, chin to chest. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Bring yourself back to center. Let's let the chin come straight down towards the chest. And then let the chin roll over towards one shoulder. Close your eyes, feel your way through this. Come back to center. Chin to the other shoulder. And back to center. Keep your mouth closed. Your chin goes center to the shoulder, center to the shoulder. And then bring yourself back to center. I am safe. I have enough and I am enough. We're going to take anything that makes us feel other than all of those three words. We're going to do 3 releases to get rid of anything that needs to leave our body. Lots of digestive work in today's practice. So now it's going to be the excretion, right? We eat food and then we have a stool to get rid of that byproduct. This is going to be our byproduct of whatever we're digesting, whatever we stretched out of our tissues, muscular tension, emotions, whatever it is, we're going to let it go. All right. So let's gather, 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 pull, 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 gather, 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 and hold it here. And then whoosh, really long exhale. Gather, 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 hold. And then one more. Gather, 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 gather up there. Get all that stuff. Get all of that tension. Hold it. Real big exhale. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your nostrils. Keep your mouth closed. Notice if both nostrils are equal in bringing the breath in. Is one more than the other? Notice how your body feels. Notice how your tummy feels. How your low back feels. So ever so quietly, you're going to find yourself back on the ground to finish the practice with your Shavasana, which is the integration, which is letting all that just took place settle into your tissues. So quietly and slowly bring yourself into whatever is going to be your desired position. Keep your eyes closed. And then relax, 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 and focus on your breath. Bring your awareness to your nostrils or your belly or your whole body.
Bring your awareness to your tummy, to your breath, to this moment. Feel your body in the ground. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And then bend your knees, put your feet flat on the ground. Draw the knees in one at a time. Roll onto your side. Then you're going to push yourself up. Keep your eyes closed. We want to close our practice with sound, connecting to the vibrational energy of sound. I'd like you to bring your awareness to the base of your spine. There's 26 bones. We're going to bring the sound all the way up your spine in your whole exhale. So coming from the base of the spine all the way up. Close your eyes, let your hands come together, the thumbs touch the sternum bone. Nothing particular to do, it is what it is. We're going to do a gentle sound with the lips together, like a humming sound. You're going to bring that vibrational sound all the way from the base of the spine, all the way up to underneath the middle of the head, right, the top of the neck. And allow anything that needs to be shaken off, let it release on your exhale. Take a deep inhale down to your belly. Bowing to each other in namaste. Namaste. Okay, so hopefully that was releasing and therapeutic and healing for you on every aspect, your emotional layer, your physical layer, your physiological layer, and then all the parts of you we cannot see, the parts of you that are more than this physical package, because that's what yoga is for, everything, what we see and what we don't see. So thank you. Wow, that was definitely because I knew who was in class today. So I don't even know if that was my intention for the practice. It just became what it was because of who was here. So I hope you guys feel great. I hope there was a lot of release, a lot of gentle movement, good for that arthritic aspect, that inflammation of gardening, Dina. Nancy, Dina, hopefully good for your low back, good for those of you with knee issues. Who else was here that I don't know about? Michael, good morning. You're late, that's okay. Jack, what the heck? Did my son really take this class? Okay, I'll be shocked if that's really my son and super happy if he did this.
Eleanor and Stan. Oh, great. Stan, I hope that was good for you. Eleanor also, because I know there's a lot of knee issues. Many of you that are here have knee issues, knee flexion issues. So I hope that that was okay for you. Great. Winnie the Pooh. I know Winnie the Pooh, right? I got a rumbly in my tumbly. Okay. Yeah, that's amazing whoa, that would be impressive. That's my dream. I take my son to so many things. I've taken him to 2 Yoga Journal conferences. I took him to a Qigong weekend, and I took him to Bali and Thailand. And my hope is one day he becomes a yogi. We'll see. He's probably still not here. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Contact me if you have anything to share. Email, text, you could get through to me on my website. And I will see you next week. I hope you feel great. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.